Now, many people on their own, they do not engage in self-reflection. Even if you have a great mindset and also a positive attitude, introspection can be difficult because it requires mindfulness. That means focusing your awareness on the subject of your introspection. So your mind should be focused on that. Also, it requires self-awareness. That means you should know your character and your feelings. These are the main requirements for a lifelong happiness. So for self-introspection, these are required. From there, it's just a matter of practice and you develop the skill and ability for self-introspection. Now, it can be practiced as an informal reflection process and also as a formal experimental approach. Both ways one can do. So you should investigate how formal is done and how informal is done. But why is introspection so important? Now, research has found that when we see ourselves clearly through introspection, it's like looking into the mirror. We are more confident and more creative. We make better decisions. We form stronger bonds with others and we communicate more effectively. This ability, friends, is very important in the context of welcoming unity in diversity. Now, one category of self-awareness is internal self-awareness. That means understanding our own values, our own passions, aspirations, reactions, also our thoughts, feelings, behaviors, strengths and weaknesses, and also their impact on others. The second category is external self-awareness. It refers to understanding how other people perceive us, they see us in terms of the same factors we already mentioned. According to the findings, people who understand how others perceive them, they are in a better position to display empathy and understanding others' point of view. So both internal introspection and external, both are very important. Now, according to studies, again, it is said that we have over 50,000 thoughts per day, and more than half of them are negative. And more than 90% of them are simply repeats of the previous day. So how much will remain? You can calculate. You will not be able to grow and develop unless you make the time and effort to refocus your mind on the positive thoughts through introspection. So it requires an attempt, effort that we remain focused on positive thoughts. And that is possible through introspection. Now, improving our understanding of ourselves and our motivations, as well as learning more about our own values, this will enable us to reclaim power from the distractions of our modern, fast-paced lives and refocus on fulfillment. So this gives us a break. We disconnect ourselves from the distractions of the modern life. So question is, how can we practice the skill of self-introspection? Now, some of the ways are here. For example, first, you should choose the right time. We can do self-introspection when our mind is free from our daily engagement and concerns. If our mind is very busy, we cannot introspect. So we should find the time that we are free from those. And therefore, we should identify the right time for this purpose. For example, maybe late night or maybe early morning or whenever it suits you the best, you should choose for your self-introspection when there is no disturbance. Secondly, you should ask yourself the right questions. Now, there is an activity later on you can see after the session what type of questions you can ask yourself for different purposes. So you should ask open-ended questions. Suppose you will not say how much is 2 plus 2. You don't have to introspect about that, all right? But then you ask open-ended question about yourself, why I reacted in that situation that way, why I felt sad when I heard that. These are open-ended questions that allows you to introspect. Why I feel, irritated whenever I see her. So such open-ended questions as what you truly desire to achieve in life, for example. What are the values and principles you will never compromise with? These are the kind of things which are most suitable for introspection. Thirdly, we should remain a fair-minded observer. So don't try to justify your actions and your feelings. No. When you are recalling an event during introspection, suppose an argument or a situation, you should imagine yourself as a complete third party, uninterested in any of it. That way, objectively, you look at the issue. Fourth point is that you should keep record of your reflections. As we discussed before, you should have a reflective daily journal, a notebook in which you write down your learnings. We call it your gems of wisdom. Whatever you collect through the course, you make a note of it. So even your daily reflections, you can maintain a daily journal of them. You write in it so that your awareness will be increased. The most successful people in the world, thought leaders and entrepreneurs, all have one thing in common. They journal, they write down. So keeping a daily journal adds to your self-confidence. It adds to your communication skills and self-expression. It also assists you in staying organized, on track, and staying motivated. So the best benefit of journaling is going back in time and seeing where you were a year ago, because the record is there. 1 year back, that is what you thought of yourself, or you reacted this way. What you were going through that time, the challenges you had, the learnings you had, and then you fast forward it to now and see, wow, how much you have grown. You celebrate, you add to your confidence. For this, get a journal, a diary, a notebook with plenty of blank spaces to write. Now, the next skill is a skill of visualization. So for us who are set on the path of welcoming diversity to build society, which is a huge task, contribute to building a better society is a gigantic work. So to create a united society where all members of various backgrounds are bound together by love, respect, and fellowship, we need to visualize ourselves to be loving and caring for each other, irrespective of what background she or he comes from. We must see ourselves as roses of various colors that add beauty, add harmony to one garden, and a fresh strength that combine together the talents, skills, insights, and experiences. That's how we should be able to see ourselves through visualization as who we are actually going to be. So visualization is an art of seeing what is invisible to others. So you see it, others cannot see it. That is when you visualize. It's important you should be able to visualize yourself doing something that you actually wish to do. What you want to do, you should be able to see it, visualize it. As per the findings, it has been stated that when you visualize, you start forming mental images in your mind. They are similar to the actual actions that you are going to undertake. When you keep thinking about an action that you wish to do, it starts preparing your mind to accomplish that task. So that begins from your mind through visualizing it. It is said that whatever you can visualize, you can accomplish. As simple as that. If you create it in your mind, you can create it outside. Moreover, it is said that the reality of man is his thoughts. Like a magnet, thoughts attract to you whatever you think about. When you visualize yourself to be a change maker, by welcoming diverse people and building a new society, you're actually getting ready to put them into action. You will become a change maker.